Radio Medium is made possible by our sponsors, your hometown lawyers, Kanowski Bresney, Washington Square Realtors, who turned houses into homes, WRWO 94.5 FM, Beth Jordan Productions, and websites 499 by Damasco Innovations. Plus, many fine individuals contribute their talents to this broadcast. If you'd like to share your message by sponsoring our show, contact us at radiomediumlauralee.com.
Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee, tuning into Spirit with my special guest, expert, world-renowned shaman, author, and founder of the Golden Hummingbird Institute for Shamanic Studies. I'd like to welcome my old friend, Foster Perry. Hi, Foster.
Hi, Laura Lee.
I'm so excited you're on my show. Oh my gosh, a long time. I'm so excited you're here and to visit with my audience. I know you have so much wisdom to share. And one of the things I remember about your story of becoming a shaman is that you were hit by lightning. Can you reflect on that experience and how it came about?
Yeah, it started when I was really young. I was 11 years old. I had a gift of healing at that time. So I didn't know what that was. And I was having, experiences, especially psychically. And so, I started out first in like a Christian, I was raised Catholic, and all of a sudden I got into this whole born-again Christian thing when I was 11, laying on of hands and prophesying in churches and all this kind of stuff, just out of a fluke, just because I went to help somebody to heal them, and I ended up, being the center of all the attention, and people were coming all the time for healing. And for counseling, I was just a kid. I was 12 years old counseling all these old people. So then when I turned about 14 years old, I said, enough of this. I need to become a normal teenager. And by 15, I finally extricated. I also saw a lot of hypocrisy. So I left all that. I exposed so many people because I had a very clear channel. So I was kind of revealing, all the affairs and all the things people were doing. And, bringing down churches, which was not a good thing. So then I decided to leave. And then when I was in college, I studied Jung and I studied, Eastern religions. I studied many things, the real story of Christ, all that stuff. And then when I was 24, turning 25, I got hit by lightning. And it was a very traumatic experience. And I got knocked off my feet. My shoes were thrown off me. I am sure it was not a direct hit. I'm sure it hit next to me because I don't have a scar on my body. A lot of my friends have scars. I don't have any scars. And I was unconscious for a little while, and they just took me home because though I was unconscious, I came back and I was lucid, and I said, where am I? And then I started to hear kind of radio waves in my head, like a tuning set, like a radio set. And that's when I woke up in the morning. I had been reading one book that I was very interested in. I just got that book just that day I hit by lightning. And it was about talking to elemental spirits and nature spirits. And I had never picked up this book before. I never was interested in this. And it blew me away opening the book. And then I got hit by lightning that day. And then the next morning I woke up and there were 3 like blobs of light in front of my bed. And I didn't know what they were. Were they angels? Were they spirits? What were they? But they were full of light. And I started to have telepathy. For the first time in my life, I understood things, just like a download. And then I didn't speak for a few months. That's another consequence of the lightning. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to eat very much. It was like a vision quest, and I was attuned to something else. And I didn't know what a crystal was. That was the first day I actually bought a crystal. Never saw those before. Some lady came up to me on the street and said, I think you just opened. And then came the Kundalini. That Kundalini experience for 1 year. And finally I had the full Kundalini where you have all the little bells in your body and they all start ringing inside you. And I was shaking. And that was an amazing thing. And nobody understood it. What are you going through? Even the spiritual people didn't understand. So that's when I went to go find the shamans to find out what's going on with me. And I went to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And that's how the whole journey began. And then I got trained for 12 years. Really difficult, where you have to, change your body temperature. You have to do all these mind over matter things. You have to learn to travel in other dimensions. It's quite a long training. And then, I started to counsel people. And it's been going on now. That's 35 years.
Wow. That's a long time. And, you said something in your story about not all your friends had the same experience as you did when hit with lightning, as if to imply you knew other people who had gotten hit by lightning.
Oh, yeah. We were leading vision quests, and there was a woman about to be hit by lightning, and I could feel it. So I ran to her, and I jumped on top of her, with a raincoat, and the lightning hit all three of us. There were three of us together. And that way she didn't die, but I'm the one who was hit by lightning. Then the third time I was in a group of 20 people. We were in Brazil, and the lightning hit the entire room, and balls of lightning went through everybody during the meditation.
Nobody died, though.
Nobody died. Then Sedona got even worse. The lightning hit next to me, and it was so loud. Really, I couldn't hear for a while. And, my hair stood up on end, and I just felt like, okay, it's enough. I don't want any more lightning. I have to find ways to channel this energy. And I had to finally take a calling. It's a calling,
Right. Just like mediumship. It's a calling, for sure. Thank you, Foster, for sharing your insight. And I want to have you back on. We have so much more to share with our audience. And where can people find you?
They can find me at, first of all, goldenhummingbird.com. That's our website. Or vimeo.com/The Golden Hummingbird. That's our 22 videos on all these topics.
Wonderful. And for those of you, I believe it. I believe it. And for those of you who are listening, remember that I take your calls. So sign up over at radiomediumlauralee.com. And as always, I love to hear from you.